Hey, are you living paycheck to paycheck? I used to, until I did these 4 things that turned my finances around. Now, who am I to speak on this topic? Am I a financial advisor? No. Am I an accountant? No. It's probably my weakest topic ever, but I've learned some things and I want to share them with you today. I used to live paycheck to paycheck 5 years ago. I used to rob Peter to pay Paul. You know what that is, right? You get your electric bill, car payment, and you're like, oh, okay, I can squeeze a little bit out of this one and pay all this one, but only pay a portion of this one and go from there. But you know, that's a terrible life to live. You understand it. If that's where you are, the anxiety, the stress that you feel, but apply these 4 things and you will start to experience freedom, a peace that you've never experienced before. Okay, let's get into those 4 things right now. They all begin with the letter F. The first one is faith. You've got to have faith in something. I've got faith in God. You may have faith in something else, but you've got to be grounded. You've got to be rooted. You've got to have a foundation, and that is the key, I'm telling you, to get out from where you are. Because when you're in debt, when you're in a place of financial hardship, you will begin to not only struggle internally and feel bad, but what it does is it's like a weight on your chest, and meaning like you feel like you can't move. You feel like you don't have any fresh ideas, nothing new coming in and out of you because you're not grounded, you're not rooted in your faith, whatever your faith may be. And I'm not here to convert you one way or the other, but get grounded in what you believe and why you believe it. And when you do that, man, you begin to feel like there's life within you because you have purpose, you have direction. And that, I'm telling you, will bring you out of that funk, bring you out of that place where you go, there's no hope. I can't get out of this. Faith will bring you out, and you've got to get rooted in that and fully understand that. Now, faith for me, when I wake up in the morning, it's the very first thing that I do. I get up, outside of getting out of bed and getting a cup of coffee, right? But I start moving in prayer. That's my faith. I start believing and praying that God is going to speak to me. But then I begin to speak out His promises. I begin to speak out things that are in the Bible that I believe that are applicable today, which I believe all of it is. But you know, I start speaking that kind of thing, you know, and I start walking by faith and start anticipating and looking for things in this world that I cannot see, right? Because you go to Hebrews 11 again, not to convert you, but go to Hebrews 11 or start reading that, man. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So I may not see it yet. I may not see my electric bill paid. I may not see my car payment paid yet. I may not see a new business. I may not see these things, but I'm believing for it. That is the first thing you need to do, is get grounded in your faith. And when you do that, man, there's inner peace that's going to happen. There is something miraculous that's going to take place because you're going to start going, you know what? There's a reason I'm living today. There's a reason I got out of bed today. I've got purpose. I've got direction. The second F is family. So whether you're single and it's just you, maybe you have a mom, dad, siblings, some aunts, uncles, cousins. Maybe you are married and you have your wife and you have your kids, or whatever your family situation is. Move in gratitude. I'm telling you, this is the key. So once you've got faith, man, you got purpose and you're believing in something, now you're moving in gratitude. You're getting your sights and you're getting your eyes off the problem and getting it on what you already have, right? What people typically do is this. They got a problem, and it's a financial problem. They don't know how they're going to pay that bill. And so then they start looking for a solution. And if you're like me, I started just scrolling through the internet, man, Googling things, looking up stuff in magazines, talking to people, just trying to figure out whatever that thing is to get me out of this, you know, situation, right? But when you move in gratitude, you start reflecting and you're thankful of what you already have. So you're thankful that you do have a car. You're thankful that you do have a family. You do. So that's what I started doing. I started moving in gratitude toward the family. And so you have faith, and now I say, hey, I love my wife. I love my kids. I love, you know, the people that are around me. And some people are not necessarily around me like on a daily basis. It might be, you know, I don't see them once a month. I see them once a year, whatever it may be. But move in gratitude, and that will position you to get out from where you are. And can you see the life happening right now? The faith, the gratitude toward the family. But wait for this third F, because it's a little bit different than what you're probably expecting. Okay, like I was telling you, the third F is a little bit different because you've got a situation, you've got to pay your bills. I told you about faith, I told you about family. The third F comes in reflecting on your future. Oh, wait a minute, man, I've got to focus on today. I gotta see how I'm getting out of today. That's so wrong. I'm telling you, I used to do that. I used to wake up in the morning and write down a list of things I needed to do that day. I needed to write down, I wrote down a list of things that I needed to accomplish, some of my goals or whatever it may be. Man, focus on your future. You know why? Just as faith gives you a purpose, family, there's gratitude, your future will get you out of bed. Because you know what? That's going to pull me forward. You realize in 2018 that company did not exist, and now it does. 2019, if you follow me at all on YouTube, the Senior Referral Academy, now they got the senior home business that I help people throughout the nation in 15 different states. None of that existed the early part of 2019. 2020, got this little shelf behind me. We're going to put a whole bunch of product on that my wife and I just bought. It's our third income stream. Next year, I already know 2021, we're getting into apartment acquisition. I say all that to say is I'm focusing on my future. And when you focus on your future, it pulls you forward instead of dragging behind. Because see, paying a bill doesn't really motivate you, right? Going to the job 8 to 5, you may like it. I mean, there's not all the jobs I had, I didn't hate all of them. But the 8 to 5 is not going to pull you forward because you're working for someone else. But that company and the academy, the product going behind me, the apartment acquisition, all that pulls me forward because it's something that is my dream. And it's something I gave birth to. Now, 2021, I'm pregnant with that, right? This right here and the other two companies, I've given birth. And now they're my kids, and I'm taking care of them. If you focus on your future, I'm telling you, you will start to elevate your game. You'll start to position yourself around people and situations that you'll go, wow, I didn't realize that. You'll start seeing things a little bit differently than you do when you're down in the dumps and worried about paying your bills. That's why focusing on your future, not today, will elevate your game, but bring a whole new perspective of the situation. I mean, it's amazing how this works, and it does. And I've tried the day-to-day thing before, and it got me deeper into depression, deeper into negativity, deeper into it's never gonna happen to me. But focusing on my future, man, always elevated my game, and it brings a whole new optimism, it brings a whole new peace, it brings a whole new level to my game where I can start achieving some of these things. And that's you. You can do these things. You've got greatness within you that you can do anything you put your mind to within reason. I understand there's certain things I'm probably limited, I can't even do myself, but there's some passion you've got within you. You've got some goals, and you might not have never written them down. You may never have articulated them to anyone, but you know what they are. You know what you'd like to do. You know some of the things you've been thinking about behind the scenes when nobody's watching you and you're just channel surfing on, the TV, taking that walk, smoking that cigar, you're getting you clear, you're clearing your mind, you're thinking about what you want to do. What is it? What is it you want to do? Focus on that. It'll bring you out of that funk. Guarantee it. Okay, the fourth R is being focused on designing a life, not just the day-to-day stuff. You're constantly designing a life. Now, this kind of goes hand in hand with being focused on your future, right? I'm so futuristic. I'm seeing 5 years down the road now, which is great for me because I couldn't do that. I'm not bragging. It's just I couldn't do that early on in life. But now I can. I can see 5 years down the road. And I start to plan and prepare and start to sowing seeds of whether it be money or time or energy into those things, right? Well, if you are focused today on doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, your task, it could be your 8 to 5 job. It could be maybe you're already an entrepreneur, but you're feeling like you should give up. Focus on what you're supposed to do that day. Okay, so you have the future in mind while you're doing the task. Let me give you an example of that. Right behind me, you'll see $1,000 a day, right? Up top, it's on the way, $20,000. I've never made $20,000 in a week, never. And that's my goal. It's on the way. And I keep going back to that. It's going to make $20,000 in a week. Recruit, promote, tell my story. There's different things I want to do, right? And that's what you see there with the SS and SRA and those kind of things, $11,000. That is my weekly deal. That's what I've got budgeted to what we should make. Now, not budgeted like that's my house payment and car payment and all that. I'm not talking about that kind of budget. But I'm just thinking, as I'm thinking about the future and as I'm focused about my tasks this week and this day, that's the budget. But when I wake up in the morning, I got one goal. That's it. One goal. And that is to make $1,000. That's it. Now, that might be a small goal to where you are. That might be a big goal. You realize back in the early 1990s, now I know I'm dating myself, I'm 51, but back in 1990, I was married with one kid and one on the way. I was making $5.50 an hour. There's days now that I generate more money in one day than I did all year. Now, that's not too hard to do when you're making $5.50 an hour. I understand that. I told my daughter the story not long ago, and she was like, "Dang, Dad, what was gas, like 5 cents a gallon?" It was just kind of became comical. But got to have your goal be focused on today. And I wake up with one goal, $1,000. I make my $1,000, I'm good. I don't make it, then I come back, and it's a thing that I do. And you've got to get in your groove, and you got to be focused throughout your day. Too many people get caught in worrying about what others think, worried about what, it's the kind of day-to-day stuff, right? They got their lives so compartmentalized, meaning they go to work 40 hours a week. They come home, they make dinner. They watch 2 hours of TV. They go to bed. They wake up. Weekend. They constantly living for the weekend. I don't even know what that means anymore. My life is 7 days a week, and a lot what people do on the weekend, my wife and I do during the week. There's not a whole lot of people there, and we get a lot more done, and we're just super focused about that. So you need to be focused. If you do those 4 things, I'm telling you, have faith, family, start focusing on your future instead of the present, but then maintain that focus throughout the day of what you're supposed to be doing. That means you're loyal, you're faithful, you're dependable, you're not just giving up on anything, right? You're doing what you need to do. You do these 4 things, I guarantee your finances are going to improve. They may not drastically improve overnight, but you start doing these things on a consistent basis, your finances will go up. I'm telling you, I used to live the other way. I didn't get up and I didn't pray. I wasn't moving in gratitude. I didn't think about the future because I was scared the crap out of me, to be honest with you. And I was focused throughout the day, I guess, on what I was supposed to be doing, but with no real goals and not waking up $1,000 a day. And I'm not saying you have to have that number. It could be $50 a day, or it could be, some of you out there might be $5,000 a day. Blow me away. I don't know. I don't make that kind of money, but I've seen over 2-3 years my income greatly improve, and it's greatly increased. And I'm amazed at what we can make now and what we are making now because we're applying these 4 things. I hope this helps you. If you would like to learn how to get into any business that I do, go ahead and click the link below. Text me, my number's below. You can do that as well. Let's have a conversation. I would love to help you out. I'm living today as a testimony of what God can do in your life. And when you apply these 4 things, your situation can turn around for the better. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a professional in this area. I just know what worked for me, and I think it will work for you. Apply these 4 things. But go ahead and text me or hit the link below if you want to learn about one of my businesses. It's great talking to you. Have a good day.